Welcome back to my place, Homestead Aquarius. I see something that disturbs me. My gloves. I left them out here last night. That's not good. There's no telling which one of my little friends may be in there right now. Public service announcement. Don't leave your gloves outside, okay? Or your jackets. Be careful where you lay them down, or you'll have little spiders and things crawling up into them. Makes a wonderful home for them. Always check your gloves if you've done that. I'll have to do that later. Today, I have got to get those in the aquaponics. Those are a type of lily that loves the water. The water that I've got over here. Okay? That's not what the episode's going to be about today, though. Today is about needs versus wants. What do we need in this world? My place, what I want to do is be able to walk out the door and get what I need. What humans have needed for as long as we've been here, every life form. Food, water, shelter. Love comes in there very close. Companionship. Yes, it does. A lot of people are realizing that now. But today we're going to get a little, I don't know, it'll probably be kind of boring. One video that I haven't made yet that seems to be the boring, obligatory compost tea video. Everything that I took out of here, with the exception of the little oak tree that keeps trying to grow, I'm going to make into some compost tea. So, yeah, let's talk about the necessities today as I get this ready to make compost tea. You know, there's one thing about nature. She supplies all we need if we look for it. Now, here in my Jerusalem artichoke bed, I've got some of them are coming up taller than the rest. They are almost chest high on me now, or at least top of my upper rounded belly height. Yep. But I've got some back here that may not have had as much nutrition as these in the middle. I put some of my quail poo in here. So I'm going to get that compost tea started. At first, it will be like the weed tea that Kara Hallman makes out there at the Hallman Homestead. I encourage you to find them out there on Facebook. They've got some great things to share with people, what they're doing on their journey. It'll be compost tea one day, but in the early days, it's going to be a milder form of weed tea before it's had chance to compost down properly. And you're making my dog jealous again. Okay, y'all gonna have to stop that. So, let's get this done. You know, my little pile there is not going to be enough. I want to make a big batch of compost tea. I've got many things to use it for. So I think I'm going to have to count on a couple of my good friends today to help me out. I'm going to get my Arkansas weed cutter here. Yep, my Arkansas weed cutter. That's going to be a good friend to me. A cousin of his was a very good friend to me now. I'm sure you know of him. He's a bit of an upstart, though. And I'm going to be able to use my iron sword. Yep, I've got diamond tools now, but the iron sword is good for those everyday tasks. So we're going to do some of that. We're going to follow along on a fun journey. But I have needs, too. It's not just the plants that I'm trying to grow. No, not at all. But my aquaponics needs work. So let's do the magic. And let's go with a little before, and I'll get a few of these out to use for my tea. Before. But let me give a quick shout out to my shy, terrible lizards out here on the hunt, trying to help me in what I do. There he goes. All right, go find a hiding place, buddy, because it's fixing to get dangerous up in here. I only took a couple of swings and I realized, nope, I can't do that. My little buddy might be in here and I might cut him. So I've been pulling up the weeds right in here. Yep. And I didn't want to cut down these. These are some of my broadleaf plantains. I've got a bunch of seed and I'm wanting to try to grow them in a specific way. But I wanted to show you that. When you see this out in your woods or out in your place, it is typically what we think of as a weed, but it's also edible. Medicinal properties to it as well. And did you know that psyllium comes from the plantain? Psyllium and natural fiber, laxative, you know, we get to that age where we start thinking about that. But it comes from plantain. So, yeah, I've had to wear my gloves today while I'm doing this, as I'm looking for these special things. Let's look for the bare necessities. Remember that we bleed with ease. Let's find the things that help us in our life. We've got broadleaf plantain. That doesn't rhyme, but it has natural properties, medicinal and edible, all at the same time. Let's make a place for bugs and bees, the birds and flowers and the trees. And let's find those things that take away our strife. Let's take the time to pull these blackberries, but leave the other raspberries. When you strip it back, you can pull it, they won't bite. That's enough for compost tea, but my belly, it still speaks to me. So follow me as my chores, I take quick flight. I've searched through many leaves of three, and still can't find fresh strawberries. What is gonna help me win this fight? Maybe some mulberries off the tree will be the thing that's best for me. Oh man, that's good. Yeah, grazing wild like a bear. But more than one will not help me win this plight. How you like my made-up song here? Yeah, more berries. This one won't work for me, so maybe I'll need a pile of these. The wind has knocked all these down. Dang it! They've been setting out too long. Maybe I can use these for seeds. Don't confuse your wants and needs, and try to get some paws like these. Take some time to help nature win her fight. Look at that. Look at the tadpoles. They're ready to go. There's some controversy about using styrofoam in aquaponics. I have had nothing but success. Frogs are a key species to let you know if your water quality is okay. Mine's great. Looks a little funky, but that's nature. My frogs have been happy here for many years in all the things that I've done. They've decided to lay eggs in, amongst a few other things. I'm moving them over here. Take time for nature. Good luck, little buddies. Watch out for Yoda. Frogs are carnivorous. Y'all hide down there in the algae and the muck. Yes, I hope you've enjoyed that walk. When we remember what's wants and needs, and remember nature's recipes, we just may find our properties will help with our lives. Something like that. Oh, that's been fun. It's been fun for me. You know, now that I've done this, I've cut down a few more weeds, had a big pile here, and I had a much bigger container in mind, but I've got a lot of tadpoles in there. So I'm going to have to take some care with those. I raise many frogs every year. What happens to them frustrates me. Some of them go out and look on the road for their big adventures in life. Okay? So I'll lose some out there. I'll lose some to other people's mowers. I grow lots of little toads here that wind up, wandering around and wandering into neighbors' yards, and they get mowed. But that's the way nature is. The little animals are like popcorn. And if you want to keep from being one of those little animals, do some of these things on your property. Garden in a natural way. You don't have to do all of it. Like Jason Evers says, leave that space for the wild of nature. She'll help you. Did y'all notice the dragonfly larvae over here? There were 2 big dragonfly larvae that I poured out with those tadpoles. I've got many dragonflies around here because of that. It's wonderful when we leave a place for nature. Yep, I know video's getting long, but I've sacrificed today. You see this bucket? That was my Darth Vader voice changer. Now what am I going to do? How about we put a little aquaponics water. Wait. Do we got any tadpoles in there? You see any tadpoles? Okay, no tadpoles goes in here. No tadpoles. Just nice, clean, healthy, funky aquaponics water. But I have seen what tadpoles survive in quite well, and it's some funky stuff. Let's try to make room for as much of nature as we can. Those toads, those tree frogs that I raise every year, I'll raise a lot that won't make it to adulthood. But the ones that do are going to be my friends. Well, now we've got our first, well, not my first. It's not the first time I've made compost tea. I just didn't have as much of a use for it as I've got now. That's about to go into full production. It's wonderful things. So let's see. What else do I have to do? I'll do that later. I've got to put my irises in the water. But it's been long enough, and you've endured some horrible singing and a little bit of comedy, and I appreciate it. So let's do the official thing here. After. It looks a little better. There's more to go, though. Look at the size of those plantains. Woodcutter. Those are edible. Not going to mess with them right now, though. So I hope that I've got the footage that I wanted this to be, and I know I've forgotten a bunch of things I wanted to say. I appreciate y'all coming out with me today and having a little fun. I hope it was fun for y'all. It was fun for me to make it. And I'll see you back tomorrow. Y'all be good. Wait, there is another.